That was a man-made disease to kill all that livestock in an effort to progress in this plan they've got. So that weren't a disease that come out of nowhere. That was deliberate, so they killed hundreds of thousands of livestock, which would help them and their plan of what they're doing now. Still, 20 years later, they've been on this plan, people. That's what I'm saying. We're only just realising now as we're older and mature, but we'll die in 10. These kids now, these kids are that in condition, they won't have a clue when they're our age. The way we're waking up now, we should be fixing it. We're not. We're just going to die off at 60, 70. These kids, wow, they're not going to know anything. They'll just eradicate all this. They won't know it's ever been man and wife. Honest. They'll take that out of history. There was never such thing as man and wife. You know the way they're trying to make us turn and think that way now? In so many years down the line, there's only so many of us who will believe in that way. So in 10 years down the line, another 5 million people will go missing and die, and then 5 million would have believed in man and wife and family. And then another 10 years, another 5 million people will die, and they were the other 5 million that believed in man and wife. Now that old school's all dead, the next population coming through have never understood man and wife. They've always stood boy, boy, girl, girl, lesbian, gay, bit of both. And 50 years down the line, all these kids that are coming through won't even know that happened. Just like we don't really know what happened. You know, we get given a pile of books of history. That's what happened. Right? When we all disappear, when we've reached a certain age and go, all them kids are getting a history book thrown at them. That's what happened. Do you understand what I'm saying? And it's just like constants. Next generation, let's give them something. Where are we going in the world now? Oh, we're all going family. Okay, there's 1,000 books about the family up. Do you understand? There's 1,000 programmes on the televisions to help families up. There's music and lyrics and words all intended to the family up. And what have they got now? All our families up. Broke down, no dads in homes, dads in jail, women murdered, kids on drugs. But it's what they wanted. They wanted that family breakdown. They didn't want that strong Caucasian white family in the community. And that's what it was. They haven't broke down the Asians. They haven't broke down the African Americans or the Jamaicans. They're not breaking no one down but the Caucasian communities, the Caucasian family. They're encouraging the Asians, yeah, breed, breed, breed. And you breed, breed, breed. Yeah, you breed, breed, breed. Yeah, you breed, breed, breed. But you's lot, stop breeding. And if you don't stop breeding, it's going to be difficult for you to live. Why? Because you can't afford to live when you've got more than 2 children. So in this country right now, you can have a kid, oh, we'll give you benefits. You can have another kid, oh, we'll give you benefits. You can have another kid, oh, you're not getting nothing. You can have another kid, oh, you're not getting nothing. You can have another kid, no, you're not getting nothing. But my man from Q8 can come in with 10 kids and get benefits for every kid. Is that not telling you something? You can have a homegrown Caucasian kid here. You can have a homegrown Pakistani kid here. And then you can have an immigrant Pakistani kid here. This homegrown Caucasian kid, this homegrown Asian kid from Pakistan, born and bred here. You both have a kid, you get benefits of it. You have another kid, you get benefits for it. You have another kid, you won't get benefits for it. That immigrant from wherever, he will get benefits for every single kid he's got. And that's fact. That's just the way it is. So why are the governments in this country quite willing to house, feed and clothe all them children in that house of that immigrants, but because that mum has got 4 kids, they're only willing to clothe and dress 2 of them? Ask yourself that question. Because now, loads of mothers feel, I can't afford to have another kid, so they don't have the kid because they can't afford to have it. And that's what they spun out with this tooth benefit system. You know, if you could get benefits for every kid you had, you see all our mothers and all our girls who have got to survive on benefits, they'd be spitting kids out left, right and centre. Not because they get more money, but because they'd have money to raise kids. Do you understand? The reason they're not having more kids is because they don't want to bring a kid into the city of Liverpool that they can't raise. Why can't they raise them? Because the government's putting a cap on the benefits for them. That's the bottom line. That's why I keep on encouraging you Scousers to breed. Irish people, breed. Breed. Keep on breeding. Born and bred in Liverpool, fucking breed. Spit them out. Trust me, that. Do you want to make your community and your people strong? Fucking breed inside. Stop breeding outside. I don't mean bang your sister. I mean bang that other Scouser that was born on the same estate as you. But not blood. Do you understand? Trust me, that. You're all going off banging Cockneys, Londoners, all this. Start banging the Scousers and breed. You know, if you're going to be a slapper, let a Scouser get you pregnant. Same with you Manchester kids, la. Go and bang and marry a Manchester man. Go and get a Manchester woman. Go and breed pure Manx all over gaff. Same with you Glaswegians, you Dubliners, you Belfast boys. Doesn't matter where you're from, you Saffies, whatever. Start breeding. Don't let them that are not even in our world tell you you shouldn't be having kids. It's the whole reason we're here, is to have children. You should be spitting them out, not sat in some boozer, chatting. You can't even create a baby. Honest to God, lad, trust me, just breed. If you can breed to that one woman and have 6 or 7 kids to her, good on you, mate. That's the way we need to get back to. Do you remember years ago when we were growing up, you'd had families all over Liverpool with like 6 sisters. You know, you'd have massive families, 6 sisters, 5 brothers, 6 sisters, 3 brothers, 4 brothers, 2 sisters. Loads of families like that all over the city. Where are they? Now you're getting families with 2 sisters, or maybe 3. You need to get them numbers back up. Trust me, lad. That's how they're changing the dynamics in every city. Every city's that's how they're creating the dynamics. They're telling the people born and bred in the city, stop thingy, and then encouraging the immigrants to reproduce. So if we're growing up in our city, and we're under the influence that you can't have more than 3 kids, right? And just say there's 10 families in Liverpool. Just say altogether 10 families in Liverpool. And then 10 families have 3 kids each. That's 30 kids. Then that one family comes in with 6 kids and they're not told to stop breeding, they're not told. And then another family comes in with another 4 kids, and then another family comes in and another 4 kids. And they've been in for 10 years and you've had another 10 kids between them. Now then 10 families with then 30 kids are looking at 4 families with 50 kids. What's going to happen? Them 50 kids are eventually going to start banging the females out of them 30 kids, aren't they? They're going to start impregnating them, aren't they? So why would you want them, people are not Scousers, impregnating your people? Why? Why are you allowing it? You're basically ceasing the existence of your people. You're letting that people come in and dilute your people. Is this making sense? It's not about religion. It's not about your colour. You know, if you're not a Scouser, you're not a Scouser. In Liverpool, you've got Chinese, Pakistans, Africans, all sorts. So it's nothing to do with that at all, so don't get you twisted. The point I'm making is, if you love Liverpool and the people that are born in Liverpool and you still want Liverpool people being born in Liverpool, I suggest you start feeding, because at the moment you've got people that are not Scousers coming into Liverpool and breeding with your women. You've got men from all over the world that are not Scousers coming into Liverpool and breeding with your women. Eventually, what that does is make Scousers extinct. Because eventually you haven't got a Scouse mum and a Scouse dad. You'll have a Malaysian dad and a Scouse dad. You'll have a Malaysian dad and a Scouse mum. Do you understand? And it does impact on the Scouse way. It does. Whether you like it or not. Even on the Scottish way. If you start getting 100,000 English lads banging all the Scottish birds, guess what? Yeah. Same in Ireland. If you get 100 Africans going in and banging all the Irish birds, what's going to happen? Yeah. You can't get away from it. That's just the way it works. So if you want to protect yourself without being racist, without discriminating, if you want to make your people powerful, if you want to make your people strong, regardless of skin colour or religion, Scouser, Manc, Scottish, Dublin, whatever, and start breeding in your city. Scouser, breed. Pump kids out. I love Scousers. The more Scousers around the world, the better. Do you understand what I'm saying? You don't get Scouser unless you've got Scouse mum, Scouse dad. You get half Scouser. Just like if you've got a black mum, black dad, you've got half. Do you understand what I'm saying? Let me put it this way so it's a bit more understanding, right? If you've got a kid that's raised by a Scouse mum but a woolly back, your kid's not going to be Scouse in nature. He's not going to be Scouse in personality. He's not going to be Scouse in character. He's going to have a little bit of Scouse from his mum, and then he's going to have the woolly back dad. Alright? Now if you've got a kid in Liverpool with a Scouse dad and a Scouse mum, then he's going to have the Scouse nature, he's going to have the Scouse character, he's going to have the Scouse personality, and he's going to be a powerful Scouser, isn't he? He's not going to be pulled by his dad to support that national team or this national team or this. He's just going to be 100% pedigree Scouser. Aren't he? And this is what you need to keep. That authenticity. This is what it's about these days, people. Your authenticity. And the more you've got, the powerful your people will be in the future. Because you're looking around, no one's authentic no more. They're making them European. They're making us European. You don't even understand it. That's why you're getting Eurovision in the city of Liverpool every few years. The whole agenda is to make us all one. See him as one. Believe as one. Live as one. Conduct as one. Follow the law as one. Don't let them take the authenticity away from us. If you're a Manc, if you're from Manchester, the only way you're going to keep the character of a Mancunian is by a Manchester woman and a Manchester man creating Manchester children. You can never do it with a Scouser and a Manchester woman. You're going to have a kid half Scouse, half Manc, and you know what that's going to bring? Lack of authenticity. So just think about it, mate. Think about what I'm saying and where I'm coming from. It's not being racist, and it's not discriminating against no one. It's saying just look after your own kind and make your own kind strong. If you're a Scouser, Scousers are your own kind. If you're planning on having a family, if you're planning on having children, plan it with a Scouser, man or woman. And don't say you don't like Scousers if you're a Scouser. Scousers are some of the most beautifulest people in the world. Doesn't matter, mate. Honest to God. The features Scousers have got. Just the blue eyes alone. Look at Scousers like that. Look what Liverpool possesses, mate. Look at the eye colours. Look at the colours of hair. Look at the colours of skin. All Scouser. All born and bred in Liverpool. Do you understand what I'm saying? How can you not find something you can love in Liverpool? As a Scouser, as you sat there as a Scouser, how can you not find a person to love in Liverpool? We've got every type of person you can see around the world in Liverpool. Born bred Scousers, mum and dad Scousers, but they just look like they're from different parts of the world. Liverpool's beautiful, mate. It's not a European city, never has been. They keep claiming it to be European, but it's not. So you know when we're going through our little life and you've got these mad European contests and Eurovision and Europe football competitions, and they're playing them all at our football grounds and that's their way of making us all European. That's how they're going to make us. That their whole agenda is to have us European. Whether you're everyone in the Western world, they want European. French European, German European, Italian European, English European, Irish European. This is what they're working in. And as I said earlier on, the image of the European is mixed race. The image of the European is mixed race. They've already stated, as if it's fact, that in the year 2053 or something like that, every single child that's born in the Western world will be of mixed race. Exactly the way they want it. That's the way they want it, and that's the way it's going. Yes, Josh. That's why they want to call us all European, and they want us all looking the same. You'll have rare breeds. You know, you'll have up in the mountains somewhere a community of white people. So, you know, when you're looking at these dead far places and you think, wow, there's people that's never been seen before. And they're jet black, aren't they? And you go, wow, they're people that never been seen before. You've got exactly the same in the world, but with white communities. You know, a little village of white people stashed in a jungle down there somewhere, living off the land. No one knows about them but the powers that be. The powers that be know about them. You know, if this little experiment goes to all on, you've still got the pure races to start breeding again. So in this big mission where they're trying to make us all European, if that goes tits up and we all burn, guess what? You've got them little villages and them little people that have never been seen in their life, never had a mobile phone, never had the technology, back to where humans are. They've still got them to kick back in again. And that's the way I look at them. You know, them little, what do they call them? What do they call them when they're in these Amazon forests and that, just hidden away and they don't take part, and now they're cutting the trees down, they're starting to impede on their land, and now they're coming out shouting about it. Tribes. That's what it is, like back in the tribal ways. That's where we come from. We come from tribes, basically. You know, we all originate from tribes. So when you see them kids in jungles running around with wooden shields and spears, that's the way it was. When Indians and cowboys, before Indians and cowboys, it was tribes. And what you're looking at now, basically, has always been Indian cowboys. Indians and cowboys. And what you're witnessing now, basically, is the powers that be want it all Indian. That makes sense to you now? That make it easier to understand? So you had the Indian, which was the coloured guy, and then you had the cowboy, which was the white guy wearing it. The East and the West. It's always been that way. The East and the West. The West was the cowboy, the East was the Indian. And that's the way it's always been, that way, that dynamic. And nothing's changed now. It doesn't matter what cars you've got, what clothes we're wearing, or what labels they put on it. It's still down to the East and the West. That's the conflict. It's always been the conflict, the East and the West, the Indian, the cowboy. And anyone who stands with America is a cowboy. And anyone that stands in with Pakistan or Iraq is Indian. Yeah, fell to that. It's another proud one, people. It was another proud one. Knowing you're a fan, it just makes you feel proud. You know, like your daughter's just got an A-star in English on a GCSE and makes you like a proud man. I snap a fart out and get the same feeling, fella. Fucking great, mate. Great. Fucking great. When I get this proud, when I feel this great, I've got to twist me nipples. Feel 10 times better now. Yes, B, lad, are you good? Daniel Crowley in there having a little giggle. How are you, Willie Lash? Showing L5. Nice one, Lewis, lad. Lewis with the potato in Paris. Nice one, cadet. Oh, I've had some gifts tonight, haven't I? There's going to be some people going on my profile tonight. I think they do is to say thank yous. So if you get tagged, so don't sit there and think, oh, Darren's tagged me in his post. Because I haven't, I just upload it and there's your tagged on it. Tag's your best tag is, lad. Whatever that means, mate. Or your best taggers. Well, you better give me a gift.